Hey my beautiful Leo peeps, what's going on everybody? It's Sam from CancerMoonsTarot and welcome into your October 2023 tarot reading. How are you? Hope you guys are doing well. Do want to mention before we start, if you're interested in personal readings, you can check out my website, CancerMoonsTarot.com. It's going to be the first link in the description box below. I do want to mention here as well, Leo, happy October. Hopefully you guys are enjoying your month. I know that you may not be a Libra, but happy Libra season to you as well. Hope you guys have been doing well here so far. Without further ado though, let's jump into it. Let's see what's going on here for Leo coming up throughout October 2023. What do we got in store here for Leo? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus throughout the month here of October 2023. Let's go ahead and check it out, y'all. Starting out here with the overall energy, we got here the High Priestess. This is Pisces energy, so you could be dealing with a Pisces potentially. Having a look here at the current energy, the Star card, what you're dealing with at this time, we have here the Hangman, and then taking a look at the current outcome, we have here the Page of Wands coming on out here for you guys as well. So let's go ahead here and begin. High Priestess card for the overall energy. You know, typically for me, the High Priestess is always almost an intuitive nudge, meaning that this could be your angels, your spirit guides, the universe, however you want to pin it or call it, kind of pushing you in a certain direction. You know, taking a look at the current energy here, we do have here the Star card. Star card here represents that you're in a space of alignment. You know, you're getting to where you need to go. So I feel like right now things are definitely guiding you and nudging you to where you need to go. But when I take a look at what it is you're dealing with being the Hangman representing stagnancy, I feel like you're a little bit stuck here, Leo. So it's like you're almost in the right path. You're almost on your path to getting to where you need to go. But there is a certain level here of stagnancy. I think that the lack of taking action or the lack of listening to the intuitive nudge that's being relayed to you could be what's keeping you stuck here. And I feel like there is interest looking at the current outcome, Page of Wands. There is interest here in what that intuitive nudge is saying, but there's just this part of you that's like, I don't know. Should I really listen to this part of my mind? Maybe you don't recognize it as intuition. Maybe a part of you is thinking that you're getting this inkling to do something, but maybe it's just a pipe dream. It's not reality. You know, you could be instilling a lot of doubt at this time into whatever your intuition may be saying to you, right? I mean, I remember for the longest time, right, in terms of YouTube has always been a massive dream of mine, but at the end of the day, no matter how many times I got the inkling to start a channel, you know, I would get the intuitive nudge after starting that channel to not give up, to keep going. Can't tell you guys the amount of times I would start and stop, just because even if I had this inkling knowing one day it would work out, it was just like, this is a pipe dream. You know, this is just a pipe dream, right? So I would put a lot of doubt in myself, and you know, doubt's the killer of most manifestations. Definitely something to always remember. So regardless, Team Leo, I do see you're in a space here though where it's like you're pretty close with the Star card here to the High Priestess. And if you just take that nudge, if you just listen to that nudge, that little voice inside your head of what's telling you to do next, yeah, guys, you will get to the next step. You will get to your path. It's just going to have to require here you listening to what this nudge is. Let's take a look and see what's showing up here, possibly in your challenge position. Looking at the challenge here for Leo, Knight of Pentacles. You know, I think that for some of you, maybe the challenge about this intuitive nudge is that things feel like it'll be too slow. Sure, it might create long-term stability, but something might start out kind of slow. Let's say, for example, maybe right now you're getting this intuitive nudge to start your business, to start a business. And it's like, well, starting a business from scratch is not easy. It takes years potentially sometimes to even turn a business and make it profitable. But in the long-term idea, I mean, if I have a business that's going to pop off in a couple years and make a crap load of money and bring financial stability to me for the rest of my life, it's like, are we going to look at the long-term goal or look at the short-term struggle? It's like, pick your hard. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, Leo, you know, starting a business is hard, but at the end of the day, once you get there, keeping that business can be tough too, but it's worth it. It's gratifying. You know, choose your hard. Do we choose to be financially stable, which is hard to do that? Or do we choose to be financially non-abundant? Do we choose to be broke? It's hard to be broke too. So I'm getting that message for you where it's like, choose your hard, you know? It could be hard to be really financially stable. It could be also hard to be really broke. So nothing in life of value comes easy. Point blank period, right? So it's kind of like we got to choose what direction do we want to go anyways. So I feel here for you with that Knight of Pents, guys. It's like at the end of the day right now, I think the difficult part is that something could be a bit of a slow start. There does seem to be a promise of long-term stability and longevity, but I'm worried about the current struggle right now and how that may not benefit me or how that may slow me down. You know, right now in love, Maybe some of you guys are with a partner that you're unhappy with, but you see somebody that you'd be really happy with. But the issue is that it's so long, right, to get to know somebody and to grow a relationship. And even though I'm unhappy with my current relationship and I'd be much more happier with this new person, if I abandon this current relationship, it's like I'm throwing away everything I've created with that person. But at the end of the day, if you're not happy with them anymore, why would you want to create more with them either, you know? And if there's somebody new you'd be happy with, it is what it is. Even if it takes a while to jump into a connection to where it's stable and where it levels out, it's better to go towards what would make you happier. So I think for some of you here, the struggle's like, I don't know, I feel like I might be resetting a little bit by listening to this intuitive nudge. It could be about changing your career. Maybe you built up a career somewhere for a long time and you're getting this nudge to go into a different career. And it's like, dude, I'd be throwing away all this work I put in. But sometimes that happens. Sometimes we get some pretty major mega changes like that. And it can be scary, but you know, where you end up going is so much more worth it, even if it takes a while for things to level out. So I see that being a bit of the challenge here. Okay, moving on forward though for you, Team Leo, let's take a look and see what you can expect throughout the rest here of October 2023. What can Team Leo here expect throughout the rest of October? Leo, Sun, Moon, Rise, and Venus. First card out is going to be the Two of Cups. Next card is going to be the Six of Cups. We also have here the Page of Swords. And lastly, we have here the Seven of Swords showing up as well. So taking a look here at what you can expect at this time, Two of Cups here to the Six of Cups. I think for many of you, you're very connected to your previous history of things that have happened. You're really connected to your past. I think that your past here is kind of how some of you are making your decisions. You're making your decisions based upon your past, and we all learn from our past. But sometimes we got to remember that just because something happened one way in the past doesn't mean it's going to happen the same exact way in the future. History doesn't need to repeat itself if we take the knowledge from the past and then go ahead and do different things for the present to create a different future, right? History doesn't need to repeat itself if we change up what it is we're doing. So I think that one thing you can expect to see this month is that you are kind of looking at your past and you're afraid of repeating history. But I think that, guys, you're hesitating a lot due to the past becoming this crutch in a way for some of you that creates fear about trying something for the future. Let's say, for example, in the past, you try to start a business. That business failed. It didn't work out for you. Maybe you're getting an intuitive nudge this month to start a business again, but it's like, well, I failed in the past. Why would I want to go ahead and do that again? I swore to never start a business again. You know, I'm scared. What if it ends up exactly how it did in the past? And it's like, yo, just because that happened in your past doesn't mean that you can't change up what you're doing now. It doesn't mean you can't do things differently. It doesn't mean that you can't take what it is you learned to do better to make that business fucking thrive. Period. Oh my God, I tried to love this person in the past and this relationship sucked and we broke up. All right, take what you learned, take the lessons you learned from that previous relationship, give the new person a chance. Not every person's the same. You got to give all these new partners clean slates. You can't say that they're going to be exactly like my ex. You don't know until you get the time to know them, right? So I think that if you can take away the hesitation and take away the focus so much on your past, it's going to make it a lot easier here to listen to what your intuition has to say here with the High Priestess. Seven of Swords here is a card that can represent that it might be a point, or you might be at a point of self-deception, where the only thing that essentially can be holding you back right now at this time, Leo, would be you. And it would be this energy of hesitation, the past. You can do things so different this time, is what I want to mention to all of you. You really can. If a business flopped before, learn the lessons you can from the past and try again. Do things differently. A relationship sucked? Okay, here's a new one. Do things different as well. Doesn't matter what your case is, whether it's love, whether it's friendship, personal transformation. Maybe in the past you tried to create more healthy things in your life. Maybe it didn't last so long. Why can't you go for it again? So I think that what you can expect here is kind of falling in the trap of telling yourself that you can't do it. I think that for many of you, you can expect to start falling in these traps of doubt, jumping into the month of October. But I say that this is the time to start challenging yourself and overcoming those doubts. I say this is the most important time to be believing in yourself, Leo, because if you take advantage of believing in yourself here this month and really following through with the intuitive nudge, with where you're feeling called, you're going to start to see everything come together here with a star. But the only person that can make that happen will be you. And the only way that that can happen is if we start cleansing and clearing away these moments of doubt that are standing in front of you. and we start taking the path that we truly feel called towards. Okay, guys? All right, Team Leo, we're going to go ahead now and move forward. This is what I do have here for your main situation thus far, but what I'm going to take a look at here now is going to be your career, your personal life, your love life, and then we'll jump into the overall outcome afterwards. So let's hop into career first and see what's in store here for Team Leo. What do we got coming up in career for the zodiac signs of Leo? We do have an Ace of Wands coming out for you guys, which is absolutely lovely. That can represent that there maybe some of you guys have a new job showing up for you this month. If there is a new job coming in here for you, Leo, congratulations. I think that it's something you're passionate about, something you've been wanting. So if you have been wanting a specific job, if you've been going after a specific job, it may actually come up for you guys here at this time. 8 of Cups, absolutely. And we have here the 8 of Wands. Sweet. So walking towards and walking into what you've wanted for your career. I think for many of you guys, we're going to be seeing that you're getting the career you've wanted after all. So let's say you've been working super hard to get into some sort of area. Maybe you've been working hard, you got a degree, you've been working hard to get a job in tech. It's like, poof, here's this job in tech that you've wanted. So I think that Leos that have been looking for specific careers, you're getting those careers this month after been, putting in the investment, the applications all the time. Here it is, it shows up for you. Now for another group of Leos, I do see here with the Ace of Wands to the 8 of Cups, you may have found something new that you are passionate about. You actually might be moving towards a different career. Some of you guys can be walking away from one and walking into something that's new if your passions have recently changed and if you have found something that really aligns with the soul, meaning that the pay, of course, is great, but oh my God, would I be happy doing this, So it's like, I'm finally going to step into something that I really want to do. So you might be taking that next step here for some of you as well, which I think is quite lovely. So for those of you that have been waiting for the dream career, I think it's showing up for a good majority of you. Especially, I want to point out though, for those of you that got degrees or went to trade school or anything of that nature, it might have been tough after you got out of college or trade school to find the career in your niche, right? What it is you've got a certification for or got a degree for. Honestly, it's pretty tough nowadays, even having that degree in a way to kind of get certain jobs, not all jobs, but certain jobs, it can be still tough even having that degree or certification. So if you've kind of been, experiencing delay and going into the workforce of what it is you've wanted, this might be the perfect opportune time this month of like, yes, it finally happened. I worked hard for this. Now here it is. Okay. Which is super cool to see. So congratulations. Moving on forward, let's hop into love though for Leo. What do we got showing up here in Leo's love life? Regarding the month here of October 2023, we're going to start out with single Leos first. What's going on with the single Leos coming in this month? First card out is going to be the Queen of Cups. Looking at the following, we have here the Queen of Pentacles. And then lastly, we have here a 7 of Pentacles as well for the single Leo gang. Single Leos, Queen of Cups here, Queen of Pentacles. I got great personality and I'm a great provider, but 7 of Pentacles showing up here. I'm also incredibly patient. I want someone to match my energy. You want somebody who's going to be on that same level. Not only am I a great person and a great provider and I have tons of love to give, I don't want to give and give and give only for people to take and take and take. I think that due to the past situations you dealt with in love and romance, it could have left you feeling like people only want to take from you. And I think that if that's been the case for you being a single Leo, I first and foremost want to let you know that not everybody will be that way. But if you do have any sort of leftover pain from people potentially being takers, this could be the perfect opportunity this month to try to heal from that. Remember, not everybody here is only going to try to take what they can from you and not provide back. But if you need to still heal from those instances, I would say healing from that first will do you good before you move forward into connecting with other people. Because sometimes when we don't heal a certain wound, we can see that same scenario keep manifesting in the people we meet until the wound is healed. So I would say be mindful of Leos that may possibly still have that type of wound. But looking at this in more of a general perspective, I do think that you're just being very patient with the idea of love right now. I'm not going to commit just to anybody. I'm not going to just put my energy into anybody. I will take the time to get to know someone, but they need to align with the same kind of values I have. Queen of Pentacles can be about values. Maybe you're looking for somebody who values what you value. And of course, with the Queen of Cups, it's like, I'm looking for love here. I'm not looking for a fling or looking for something that's going to go nowhere. So you want to make sure that who you give the time of day to is somebody ideally who you feel is worth it to you. And I think that's understandable. So you're taking your time here, at least in October, is what I'm seeing so far for the single Leos. Moving on into the Leo peeps that are in relationships. Let's have a look at you. What do we got going on here for Leo peeps in relationships? What information do we have here for Leo couples? First card out is going to be the Three of Swords. We'll see what's up there in a minute. We also have here the Four of Pentacles. We have here the Fool card. And lastly, we have here the Two of Swords as well. I actually think for coupled Leos, this could be an interesting situation where you're noticing Three of Swords to the Four of Pentacles. Maybe we're both not happy, but we're both holding on. Or maybe you're not happy and you're still holding on, Leo. It could be a one-sided thing or a mutual thing. But I see here with the Fool card to the Two of Swords, it's been a hard time for either one of you to let each other go. You know, the Fool here says, let's let go, let's have new beginnings, let's both be independent. But Two of Swords says, we both haven't made a move yet. We've been indecisive on what would be the best call to action. So I think that it's a little bit of a tough spot here for the coupled Leos, because I think to a degree there is a feeling and an urge of separation, but there hasn't been any sort of energy or movement or action that has been taken quite just yet. I think that you have to ask yourself, Leo, if you're in a relationship, am I happy with my partner? Are they the person I want to be with? Are they the person that I want to move forward with? If they are, I think you should. And if they're not, I think you shouldn't. You know, I think that you just have to be abundantly clear and very blunt with yourself this month. And if you're happy, you're happy. Pursue it. Keep it moving forward. If you're not, you're not. And it's time to set yourself free. I think the last thing anybody ever wants to do is stay in a relationship that they don't necessarily want or that they aren't necessarily happy with. So for Leo couples, definitely ask yourself, which side do I fall on? Do I want this? Do I not want this? Remove the indecision. Ask yourself instantaneously, am I happy, or do I want to separate from them most of the time? You got to go with your gut right off the bat and be very direct with yourself, and the answer will then become clear. You won't see Two of Swords, this energy of feeling indecisive. You will know what you want to go and what you want to do moving forward, okay? All right, my coupled Leos, best of luck in this situation. Sorry for any of you that are going through this, though, because it is very tough, okay? All right, guys, moving on forward, let's take a look at you a little bit more personally, Leo. What's happening for Leo peeps on a bit more of a personal level this month? We have here the Four of Wands coming out. We also have here the Justice. And lastly, we have here the Magician coming out as well. You know, Four of Wands represents a very positive environment. It represents comfort and stability, happiness. I think that is, you know, the Four of Wands is like, I'm in a good space in my life. And, you know, Justice card showing up here for you is the card of balance, and the Magician card is the card of manifestation. I think personally, all of you Leos are just trying to manifest a good period of time in your life, a good chapter. You know, you're just trying to get to the good part. But I'm telling you, I really feel like you have it. You are this close to getting what you really want. You're this close to getting to that really good chapter. But it's going to be the time where you have to trust yourself. You have to take a leap of faith, and you have to be willing to believe that this nudge is going to take you exactly where you need to go. It may be a bit of a struggle in the beginning, but it's going to be something that's worth it. And naturally, always, almost always before we level up, there's always a certain keen amount of struggle that comes along with it. You got to go choose your heart and pick your heart, you know? Nothing of value, once again, comes easy. And that's the most important thing and the most important lesson, if anything, I think, that you can take away here from this reading. So looking at this energy for you guys, it's like you want the best of the best. You want the good environments here, but I think that you have the key in front of you, which is the intuitive nudge. Just got to unlock the door. All right, Leo. All right, my beautiful Leo peeps. Let's get ourselves this overall outcome, and we'll wrap up your reading here for the month of October. What's going to be the overall outcome here for Leo? And we got here the Knight of Cups. I like it. I'm happy. Let's go. Taking a look here at this overall outcome, Knight of Cups, taking action in the direction that will be favorable to you, taking action towards fulfillment, okay? Action towards fulfillment, aka meaning listening to that intuitive nudge, starting the path in which you're being guided to, and answering the call. So I love this. At the end of everything, though, at first you're resistant, but at the end of everything, you do end up answering the call. And that's the most important part. So guys, I really think that universe here is calling. Time to answer the phone. Whatever this intuitive nudge is, if you fall through with it, it may not seem so perfect at first, but I promise you, as time continues to progress, you're going to look back and be like, thank God I listened to where my intuition was guiding me and I went to my calling, because look at how all this turned out at the end of the day. Look at the abundance I've received. Okay, Team Leo, a pleasure to read for you guys. Thank you so much for giving me the time here to read for you and to tap on into your energy. Of course, if you enjoyed today's video, please do drop a like and a comment down in the comment section below. If you are new here, definitely do consider subscribing. I'd be more than happy to welcome you here into the Soul family. And of course, if anybody is interested in a personal reading, first link in the description below to my website. Be happy to take care of you if you're interested. But Leos, have a great October, and I will catch you all in the next video. Much love, and have yourselves a good one. Peace.